What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Off the Bench. Of course, I'm DeMarcus.
I'm Ty.
Ty, what you got going on with this Auburn
like
jacket,
it.
man?
It looks official, man. Like I'm supposed to be on the sideline or something right now. Hey.
Yeah, well, I say you coaching, recruiting. What you doing, man? You trying to get folks to pay attention to Auburn, man?
Blitz, Mike Lightning.
Oh. Oh man, hey,
spring ball is coming up.
That is true.
Yeah,
that is true.
I'm ready for
but hey,
it.
man, on the spring ball, I'm trying to watch Deion up there in Colorado, man. I like everything. Deion got the cowboy hat on at practice,
Hey,
man.
so this ain't a topic.
Okay.
What's his record?
What's his record?
Yeah.
I say
winning record or losing record?
I said I think he goes like 1 game over 500.
So like 7-6.
7-6, something like that.
Okay, I can see that.
I can see him 7-6, or even go 500. But now his second year, I think that's when he, bowl eligible, winning.
6-6 is bowl eligible. 7-6 is bowl eligible.
But I mean, that's like scraping into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like really being like how he was at Jackson State, really going into as a favorite in a bowl game, possibly in a playoff, because by then playoff expansion will be intact. So now it gives him more opportunity to have a chance to fight for a championship.
Okay,
so I think 1 game, maybe 2 games over 500.
You only got Shador for 2 more seasons.
Yeah,
this year, next year.
Yeah,
if he don't go lead.
I think depending on how this year go, I can see him coming back 1 more year.
Yeah.
But so what do you think? What you think he gonna do?
I would say about the same.
About the same.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was actually thinking about that the other day.
Okay.
I think I seen a highlight and I was like,
yeah, because I say I'm seeing a lot that they're doing, but I don't know who's on the team he's doing it with, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I know his son. Then we got Travis Hunter, but outside them two, I don't know what else he got there. But I mean, the boys love they working hard.
I mean, he got a lot of people out the portal.
And
I think he was number 1 in the portal.
That's what I'm saying. So I think with the work ethic they're putting in I follow him on all social media. And everything I'm seeing, he's telling these kids, the culture change that he's making in Colorado, I can see them coming out having a good start and having a good year. And like I said, any game over 2 games is a winning season for them because they only won 1 game last year.
That's true.
So if he win 2 games, I mean, he did better than the last group.
Yeah.
But we all know Deion's not gonna settle for just 2 games. He's too good of a player. Too good of a coach and too good of a student of football to allow that to happen. And I think, once USC and them leave, he'll be one of the better teams in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will want to come there. So, man, we forgot to talk about on our last show, man. We forgot to talk about UConn and San Diego State. Who do you think gonna win?
I like UConn.
Like UConn? Yeah, I got UConn too. I got UConn. I think the 2 bigs they play, Hawkins, the point guard, I just think it's just going to be too much for San Diego. I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with the scoring that's necessary to win the game. Now, don't get me wrong, that buzzer beater was nice, but like I said, if you watch UConn play against Miami, it
didn't even look close.
They had 15 turnovers, and it wasn't close. Because even with those turnovers, Miami wasn't able to convert.
Yeah.
So that's why I just don't see them making a big enough impact against UConn to win the game. So. Well, let's get right into it today, man. We got quite a bit of topics to talk about. First things first, A-Rod, he finally, he like we talked about in previous podcasts, he's come out and said he wants to play for the Jets, but Green Bay is in no hurry to accommodate him with that.
I mean, you still got draft, figure out what they're going to do with draft.
Exactly.
They ain't got no wide receivers over there in Green Bay.
At all, because, I mean, Lazar's over in New York now.
Cobb should have retired. If not, he.
I know. A-Rod said he would like Cobb to come over there
to Green Bay.
No, to
not Green Bay, to the Jets.
To the Jets. If the Jets will be willing to sign him. Mercedes Lewis signed him at tight end. So he's made some requests. Of course, one of them's been done, which was Lazar. And then I know he's also said Odell Beckham Jr. He wants to see him there, which I don't think that'll happen. I think Odell will go somewhere else, and we'll get into.
Got enough.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that on the next topic. Who we think he should go to, and who's really showing the most interest to him right now, based off what they're seeing him coming off another gruesome knee injury. So when it comes to A-Rod, do you think this is going to be something when the draft ends? It's going to happen fast, or you think Green Bay is going to still kind of stall it along until they get exactly what they want from the Jets?
I think Green Bay just need to come out and say what they want for him.
Well, I know they came out and said they wanted some picks, but they didn't say where though.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the Jets have the picks necessary that they want.
They should.
I think they got a couple second round picks.
I know they got a first round.
Yeah.
I don't know if they get in Seattle first round or if that was just last year. But
I agree with you. I think they need to come out and just be clear.
Yeah.
You know, they wanted A-Rod to be clear. He's done that.
Yep.
Now, don't get me wrong. I know he's put him through a lot when it comes to getting to this point. But he said what he said now. Okay, so now make clear on what you want and let's move forward. Because right now, I don't understand the stall tactic of Green Bay. Because like I say, it's not like you looking to go get a quarterback. You got Jordan Love. Yeah. And you believe in him. And you say that you think that he can do well for y'all. So, all right, so now we know our quarterback spot is good. And in a little small sample we've seen, he's been pretty good. So what else are you looking for from the Jets for you to be like, okay, I'm ready to just go ahead and move on and move past Aaron Rodgers, which is funny because I'm like, man, it's crazy how Aaron Rodgers going to, trying to go to the Jets. Brett Favre went to the Jets. Like, what's up with Green Bay quarterbacks and the New York Jets, man? They just,
I don't know.
Maybe
that Big Apple over there.
Yeah, man. I always feel like, Green Bay quarterbacks leave and go to the Jets. So that's why I think that's weird. But, I think he's eventually going to end up going there, of course.
Yeah, like I said, you just got to figure out what Green Bay ultimately wants for him and when do they want it. Because apparently neither one of them has picked up the phone, though. Yeah. So what's the talk? You got a quarterback saying, I want to come to y'all. Yeah. This is a quarterback that's
one of the best quarterbacks you've ever had besides Joe Namath to play for you. So, and then my thing is, too, like we was talking about in previous podcasts, I don't know if the money factor is an issue, too. Because how much money they got to pay him?
Everybody saw rookie deals, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jets don't have his salary is not a problem for the Jets.
It shouldn't be. Okay. Not for the next few years.
For the next few years, because they got enough money to play with. Okay. All right. So let's transition into Odell Beckham. I don't know if you've seen
great workout in Phoenix.
Yeah. I'm saying great workout. He looks bigger. He looks stronger. He looks faster.
Yeah.
I think he still has a lot left in the tank. I know that he's looking, from what I've witnessed and seen and read upon, he's not looking for something that's a short-term deal. He wants to get, a nice deal because he's still got a lot of football. Because he's still young. He's 28?
Should be 29 or 30.
So 28, anywhere from 28 to 30.
Yeah.
So he is
30.
He's 30. Okay. Yeah. So still, he's 30, but he still has, I think, a lot of football left in him. Enough to be able to help a team that's in a winning situation. Yeah. He can't go to a team that's trying to rebuild and do all this stuff. It's got to be a winning situation. So I think, one of his best spots would be with Kansas City. In my opinion, I think that Kansas City would be a good spot for him because, like I said, you can go there and you're not the prominent receiver, but you're an addition to what they do with Travis. And you can go out there and, like I said, the demand on you won't be so great.
I got 3.
Okay, who's your 3?
I got going back to the Giants.
Okay, with Daniel Jones and Barkley. Okay,
at the Jets.
Okay, Jets.
And then I like the Kansas City.
Kansas City, yeah. I would agree. I would go with you on the Giants too as well, just because, like I say, he's familiar with that team, organization, that city. Everybody knows him, and I think, like I said, with the team where they are now versus where they were when he left, they're in a better situation.
Or Buffalo. I forgot about Buffalo.
Yeah, I've heard Buffalo. Him and Stephon Diggs trying to pair them up together. But I don't know how that would work. I don't know if that. I mean, like I said, who knows? We don't know where. No one's really coming out and really stamping on who they want him. I think, like I said, the draft. Once the draft happens, I think a lot of things will start to come out very clear on what people are doing.
Yeah.
But I do believe that he's going to get picked up by somebody. I don't know if he's going to get that deal that he necessarily wants because, like I said, coming off 2 bad knee injuries, he is a Super Bowl champion, so that's on his resume. He did, he was one of the main reasons why the Rams got to that spot, even though, he got hurt in the championship game. But he was the reason, one of the, focal points of that offense.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see him back in the league, and I hope he goes to the right team. All right, so let's talk about Derek Carr. Sign with the Saints.
Okay.
You like that fit for the Saints having Derek Carr?
I actually do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
It's not a bad pickup.
He's
a veteran. I mean, granted, he's never really been to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But he's better than what they had last year.
Yeah.
So I mean, he has the weapons. He has a nice, solid defense.
Yep.
And looking at division.
Mm-hmm. No, it's wild. It's terrible, but it's for the Saints to win.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because now that Tom Brady's gone in Tampa don't have a quarterback.
They do.
Who their quarterback?
Baker.
Who?
Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Yeah.
John, for real?
Yeah.
You lying. You lying.
Yeah,
Stop playing with me. You're lying. Baker Mayfield is not a Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Look it up.
Boy.
Put it in the chat. Let them know they're wrong, guys.
Yeah, please comment down below. I mean, I know he lying about that. Ain't no way Baker Mayfield is the quarterback.
He's the starting quarterback in Tampa.
Okay. All right, man. All right. Well,
you must have been.
I've been real busy. I've been real busy, man. Like I said, if I showed y'all my phone, all the notes, that was not on my notes. So I promise you, I missed that one. Yeah. But oh yeah. Okay, you got it. Reagan Mayfield. Wow. Okay.
As an American football quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, he signed probably about like a month ago.
Okay. So you got Derek Carr, Baker Mayfield.
And that's it.
And that's it in that division.
That's it. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure CJ or Bryce, one of them is going to go to
Carolina. But they like I said, being rookies, they're not going to make that much of an impact with those teams out the gate anyway. So it's really those two. So, okay, well, then, we still got to see what Tampa Bay going to do defensively, too. I think they lost a bunch of defensive guys.
Not really. I think they just really Tom, and that's really it.
That's really it. So they got – because I know Davis coming back. Yeah. Barrett's coming back.
Yeah. The two cornerbacks.
Yeah.
I think they might have lost
Winfield, he coming back, too. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So defensively, they should be intact. Yeah. Just offensively, that's where the question mark comes because they don't have a running back because Ronald Jones, he left. He did. And then
Leonard's gone.
Huh? Leonard gone too. Yeah, I think they released him, didn't they? Mm-hmm. Or okay. So we'll have to see that. But I think in that division, yes, Derek Carr is the best quarterback in that division. Mm-hmm. So I think they make the playoffs this year. Don't know.
They better make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, because he's got enough talent around him that they should be fine to make the playoffs. And then defensively, they'll be fine.
Michael Thomas come back.
Yeah.
Like I said, great.
So talking about him, I mean. Do you see him ever having
slanting boy?
do you? I mean, truly, do you see him ever having a healthy year again? Because man, I don't know what's going on with him, man. That he just can't get past his injury.
I think he can. I mean, he's not the focal point of that offense no more.
Okay,
so he's a number 2 wide receiver now.
Yeah.
A great number 2, if you ask me.
Oh yeah. One of the better number 2s in the league. So
you got Chris Olave. He's pretty much took over
that spot, number one spot. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. I think if he comes back healthy, man, he's the best number 2 guy. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you got Alvin Kamara back there, running back. That's going to give –
Pending,
yeah, because I know there's some talks of him getting out of town, too.
Yeah. Well, not out of town. He has legal issues.
Off the field, yeah. So hopefully all –
brought in Jamal Williams from Detroit.
Which is he's a good compliment.
Mm-hmm.
Or addition to their running back, room until they figure out what's going on with him, which is unfortunate. So I hope everything works out for him. Mm-hmm. But it's just another example of, like, I tell players, like, your company you keep and, what you're doing, you got to be careful with that, man, because a lot of times the people that you surround yourself with, they don't understand how important it is that you look a certain way.
Yep.
They don't understand how important it is that you don't do or be a part of certain things because it hurts your image to the point where it hurts your ability to to keep yourself in the league. Mm-hmm. So in this situation, I hope everything works out for him. And speaking of that, we're going to transition right into John Morant because he's another one in that type of situation. Mm-hmm. Now he's come back, been playing. Memphis looks okay. I don't know what they're going to do in the playoffs. Time will tell and see with that because they still trying to figure out seeding wise where they're going to be. But he's another one. Like I tell everybody, company is important. And I from what I can tell, I feel like whatever he went through, whatever counseling he went through, which, not much information has been put out about what he actually did in that time he was away from the team.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that he learned, and everybody else that's thinking of trying to live a double life, it don't work. Mm-hmm. You gotta, what they say, shape up and fly right.
Yeah.
It's a saying. Yeah. Same thing for him. It's like, hey man, play basketball, leave that stuff alone. You don't need that in your life. Leave that alone. Mm-hmm. I get it. You might know people that deal with that. You might have been around it when you were a kid, but now you're an NBA star. That's a role model that has an opportunity to make people around you that you care better lives better than, of course, staying, cementing and all that junk. So I hope that he can keep everything going in the right direction and don't have no more problems, no more hiccups. So let's talk about the Western Conference. What's going on with the West, man?
It's ridiculous. Last year it was pretty tough, but this year it's just you can be a 3 seed with a losing record.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Sacramento's pretty much got that locked in, but pretty much 4 through 11 is pretty much a gridlock. And
I'm glad you said number 11. Cuz I got a nice little highlighted note down here on my trusty pad. Number 11 in the Western Conference right now, John, is the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, they still got time.
Y'all gonna make the playoffs, man?
Still got time.
No, don't just try to run over it. No, let's stay here for a minute. We got plenty of time. Let's stay here for a minute. No, don't just run over it.
We got some jerseys to talk about.
No, we got some jerseys. Nope. This segment here was brought to you by Off the Bench and all of our other sponsors of the podcast. Talk to me, man. What's going on, man? What? First of all, what is the issue? And second of all, is Kyrie the blame for your issue? I hear a lot of people blaming him, but I honestly believe Kyrie is doing exactly what he's supposed to do.
Yeah,
he's giving y'all everything you need.
I think it's coaching.
Coaching
and front office.
Really? You think that's the problem?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a different angle right there, man.
No, it is.
Okay.
I mean, like you said, Kyrie's doing what he's supposed to do. Yeah. Luka's doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Other than those two.
I mean, but honestly,
Christian Wood is not playing the minutes he was supposed to. We got somebody like James Hardy.
Yeah.
Great guy, came from G League.
Yeah.
And whenever Kyrie's and Luka's not playing, he's averaging 25, but he's seeing DNPs.
Yeah.
During the time that they are. So why is he not on the court?
Yeah.
Jalen Green, an undersized guard, is playing a 3.
Yeah.
Reggie Bullock is playing a 4, 6'8".
Yeah.
We have true issues on this roster.
Yeah.
That needs to be addressed front office wise and coaching wise.
Okay. Yeah, because I like defensively.
Get the white powder out of there, please.
Because defensively, y'all are struggling a lot.
Yeah.
When it comes to defending people, like I say, y'all can score the ball. Like say, if Kyrie get going, Luka get going, then offensively y'all are one of the best in the league. But then defense, like I say, y'all undersized. Y'all don't play ball screens very well. Y'all don't contest, shooting teams very well because I feel like y'all get lost a lot on your switches, which bows to Luka. I don't blame him, but I look at him as the focal point of some of your defensive issues because he's not one of the better defenders y'all have, and he needs to step up and be that on this team.
Yeah,
he needs to, and I'm not saying he got to be some first team all defense player, but he's got to do more on the defensive end than what he's doing. Instead of preserving himself just for the offense, just play a little bit more defense, help these guys when they come to rotations, stop complaining and worry about the refs. You're 6'7", 230, 40 pounds. You can take some of these hits. Now, I'm not saying he's not getting fouled. He's getting fouled.
Yeah.
A lot of times. But the ones that he don't get calls for by you complaining and taking your time to get back on the floor, you leaving your teammates. And that's why I'm always big on, you might get hurt, you might get fouled, get knocked down, but man, get back up and fight for your teammates. And that's what I need to see him do. And that's what, anybody coming up watching and learning that, hey, it can't just be all about offense. You have to be able to be on the defensive end as well as you are on the offensive end. So I think if he can amp up his defense, and then of course, y'all try to figure out the way you play defense. then I think you got a chance because I don't see y'all making the play-in, man. I really don't.
I think we still got time, but like you said, it's
because y'all got what, like 5-6 games left?
Yeah, and we're I think 3 games.
So 3 games, yeah, because y'all just lost the other night too.
Miami last night.
Yeah, so that hurt y'all. So now I think that put y'all 3 games behind OKC. OKC, because Lakers are above them. So yeah, put y'all behind OKC by 3 games.
Yeah.
And that's why
we need to miss the playoffs that way we can start our off season and get rid of
man, because it sucks to see y'all come back this year and fall the way you did because being 1 game out of the championship.
No, we got to beat 4-2.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Well, being 1,
I think it was 4-1 actually.
4-1. Okay. Yeah. Well, being basically right outside the championship, in the Western Conference Finals. To come back this year and not make the playoffs, yeah, that is unfortunate, and you might be right. I might need to, Mark, you might need to look at, front office and coaching. If there's a disconnect somewhere, because y'all not getting the best out of your guys. He said, "Oh, don't worry, there is a disconnect.
It's somewhere.
There is a disconnect." So, but hey, man, I'm curious and wondering if y'all gonna be able to make it happen. So, who do you think wins the West based off what you're seeing?
I think the West is still wide open.
Okay.
If you get a healthy Lakers team, then maybe the Lakers can push.
Yeah, because I saw AD got hurt again.
Seen him in that turtle position.
He got hurt again.
I think, you don't see a lot of Denver games over here.
Yeah.
But, Denver's up there.
Yeah.
Anybody pretty much in the West can go.
Yeah.
Pretty much from.
I ain't gonna lie. I think if Andrew Wiggins can come back from whatever injury he got going on, if he comes back, then I like the Warriors in the West.
Oh yeah.
If he comes back,
once they playoff team there.
Yeah.
They're clicking.
I think he comes back, and he's if he just half of what he was before his injury, then I like them to be the favorites in the West because I don't think nobody's gonna want to play him. I think Sacramento, depending on who their matchup is, I think they can have a chance to make it out the first round. Because I think right now, if everything stayed the same, it'd be Warriors and Sacramento playing in the first round. Because
Mike Brown.
Yeah, okay. Which I got him coach of the year.
Yeah,
for sure. No, hands down. There ain't no arguing that at all. Coach of the year. So I think with them in the 3rd spot playing Golden State, that's gonna be a great matchup. Like I said, but if Wiggins is playing, I like them against Sacramento. If Wiggins is not playing, I think not Kansas City, but I think Sacramento has an opportunity to upset Golden State in the first round.
Yeah, I can agree.
And then as for winning the West, I'm with you. I like I say, healthy Warriors, yes, but if no healthy Warriors, it's up in the air. So transition to the East. Who you think's the favorite in the East?
I think you still gotta go with the big 3.
Okay.
East,
okay.
Is, Philly, Milwaukee, and Boston.
Okay. Joel Embiid gonna win MVP this year, man?
No.
Really?
It's going to Jokic.
You think Jokic gonna win it?
Yeah.
So why? Why you think Jokic gonna win it?
Just look at what his team is. Look at his numbers. Everything.
Embiid numbers just as good.
Right there, but
just as good.
I mean, triple doubles he wins. Yeah. He has. And look, if you take Jokic off the team, where are they at? Type stuff as well. But Jokic is.
I think
Jokic is pretty much consistent every year on his numbers and everything else. And how do you not reward somebody for being that?
And I think because of his player efficiency, all the analytics that Jokic brings to Denver.
Yeah.
From possessions and how many possessions they get over other teams, and then assist opportunities and open shots and all the nuances of what they record now. Jokic is the highest in the league when it comes to those different stats.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it puts them over Embiid, because like I said, when I watch both of them play, they great. They're both 2 of the best players in the league. But the impact, I think, like I said, with the triple doubles and just the way they go about winning, him being a passer, sending on offense, helping his teammates and all that, I just think, Jokic puts himself in a better spot. But speaking of,
don't need Jokic to collapse in the playoffs like he did last year. But he got help. He got Michael Porter.
Yeah.
A little semi-healthy.
Yeah. Him playing, I think, is going to help out. Jamal Murray come back this year. Now you have more guys on the court that can get their own shot, and then that opens up, because last year everybody just kind of funneled on Jokic, just like when Giannis plays. Everybody just funnels on him. And if you take him and put him in a bad spot and the other guys aren't stepping up, then, of course, it's a better chance of beating them. Yeah. So, sticking on MVP, I'm sure you saw, it was probably about a week or so, 2 weeks ago, Kendrick Perkins came out and said what he said about the whole MVP, picking, I guess, nominees for MVP and then who actually wins MVP. So I say this to ask you this. Do you think when it comes to MVP, there's some bias or there's some race factors that comes to who wins MVP versus the next person?
No, because somebody pulled up the stats and showed that maybe the only two people that wasn't supposed to win MVP within the last pretty much 20 years was Steve Nash and somebody else.
Yeah, because it was one year Steve Nash, no doubt MVP, but that second year Kobe Bryant was the better player. Yeah. He was the better player that year
for sure. But then within the last few years, it's only been 3 white guys has won.
Yeah.
Which Steve Nash, Dirk,
and
Jokic.
Yeah.
So what bias is he seeing? What bias is he talking about?
Well, he from what he was saying, it was just, I guess these are some opinions or questions or things that people were like pointing out. But I'm with you. Like, I'm looking at the MVP nominees and the winners of that trophy. Majority of them have been black. Yeah. And majority of the guys are even up for that MVP is black. So that's why I said I didn't really see what he was seeing. Yeah. But I just want to bring it up on here just so we can kind of talk about it a little bit. Yeah. But I don't think when it comes to that actual trophy, that it's not being looked at the right way. Now, sometimes we might feel like some nominees are not justified over others. Cause like I know Giannis is up in there too. He's I think he's number 3 in, like, when you come to the, I guess you say, voting or positions when it comes to MVP. But I still feel like you say Jokic is going to win it a third time.
Yeah, I think Jokic is going to take it. They're pretty much running away with it in the West.
Yeah.
But in my theory, who do Kendrick Perkins think should win it?
Yeah.
I'm saying Embiid.
Yeah.
I mean, Embiid and Jokic has been pretty much 2 best players.
Exactly.
The
last 3, yeah.
But the thing is, it's also like first team and second team. One of them is going to have to get second team.
Yeah. Can't put both of them on there.
You
can't because like I said, because you also got other guys, Giannis, Katie. You got other guys.
Well, and it's not that they just play the same position. It's only one center position.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, when you talk about picking of the roster, because you got to go center, point. That's when the positions actually really matters when they picking these first team, second team. So, no, I agree with you. I mean, I think Embiid has been phenomenal, but Jokic has been phenomenal too. So. And then my thing is, okay, let's say Embiid was getting the MVPs and Jokic was behind him. Would you feel this like? I feel like it'd be the same thing. Yeah, you'd be like, man, Jokic is doing just as much as Embiid. Why is he not getting the love, and vice versa?
I mean, Embiid is also 3rd in the East, and Jokic is 1st in the West.
And I think, and that's why I try to tell people, I truly believe the MVP. Yes, it's supposed to be an individual award. But at the same time, I think it's a popularity contest and a position of what your team's doing.
Yeah, for sure.
If your team's number 1 overall in the NBA or in the conference, then you're going to get more love versus somebody who's fighting to get 3rd place or 4th place in their conference. And yes, you are 30 and 15 and 5.
Yeah, I think the last person has done that was Westbrook when he averaged a triple-double, but he deserved it.
Yeah.
Because I think they might have been like a 6 seed, but nobody was doing what he was doing.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I just truly believe that, what's going on with the MVP, for the last 20, 25, 30 years, I think they've been getting it right for the most part, but there are some questionable ones. And then you just brought up Westbrook. He's in my notes too as well. So what do you think about Westbrook with the Clippers, man? Have you liked what you've seen? Because I saw he got a 35-point game the other night. I saw him getting into it with Dylan Brooks.
Everybody gets into it with Dylan Brooks.
Yeah. Which, like I said, Dylan Brooks, man, he goes. I think he goes out purposely to just want to get into it, folks.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times it ain't. Yeah, just that bad boy image that he likes and he wants to embrace. Which I'm not knocking. Everybody got to have that one guy on their team. But sticking on Westbrook, what do you think about so far you've seen from Westbrook?
Great performance. PG is out, so you need somebody to step up with Kawhi.
Yeah, I agree.
So with PG being out, why not him? I mean, they still got Eric Gordon, and They got other players.
I saw Norman Powell's back because he was hurt. Okay. He had like I think a quad or something going on with him. And then Kawhi starting to get into a groove, man. He had 49 the other night. So 45 or 49, somewhere in the 40s. So he's starting to get his groove, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from Westbrook. We'll have to see how the playoffs go. If PG comes back, I like them in the West too as well. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. So
let's transition back to football. Let's talk about. So I got my notes here. Let's talk about the running back market. What are you seeing with running backs in the NFL right now? Are you seeing that as a position that is just kind of pushed to the side? Because I don't really hear a lot of talk or attention going to running back. I see a lot of guys, like Zeke. I know he got let go with the Cowboys. I mean, Derrick Henry, he's still up there as one of the best running backs in the league. But I don't really hear a lot about the running back spot.
It's because now you need a versatile running back that can catch out the backfield.
Okay.
Everything is centered around the quarterback now. It's not just handoff. Yeah, it's handoff first and second down, but they're not going to hand off on third down. They're going to throw a quick slant or something, a drag route or something to get that first down. But it's not like it used to be where, you get a running back that gets 20 to 40 rushes a game.
Yeah.
They want somebody that can pop out the backfield, quick slants.
Okay.
Pretty much go this way instead of going that way now.
So, okay, what about my boy Austin Eckler from L.A. Chargers? Because I know he's in a kind of a contract battle right now with L.A., and he's that running back you're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say most receiving yards for a running back. He had over 20-some touchdowns.
It's coming to the point of, would you rather pay Austin Eckler or next year you got to play Herbert? Who you paying?
Yeah, that's true. That's the ugly part of the NFL.
That was a question for you to answer, not to defer this question. Who are you paying? Because one of them is gonna have to get paid. Keenan Allen's already paid. I think Williams got to pay.
Based off the history and the duration of running backs, I'm going Justin Herbert because, like you say, you gotta have. The league is a quarterback league. Let's just be honest. You gotta have that guy under center that game in, game out is going to perform for your team and going to put your team in a good position to win. So that I understand that, but I still, to life of me, believe that I think you can have both. I think you can have you a good running back and have you an all-pro quarterback.
You can, but you can't have a $40 million running back and a $50 million.
No, I'm not saying that. And you don't pay no running back. Well, I ain't gonna say you shouldn't pay a running back $40 million, but I'm just saying it ain't too many $40 million running backs in the NFL right now.
I would say it's probably 2 or 3.
Yeah, about 2 or 3. I think Austin is one of them, and then Derrick Henry, of course, is up there. Who else would you say would be?
I'm trying to see if you're gonna say this name or not. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think. Pollard, he wouldn't be I don't think Pollard's $40 million. He's up there, but he ain't 40 million.
Let's not say 40. Let's just say like 20.
It's 2025?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
2025. I think those two, the top two come to mind. And then Brandon, you got Jacobs and Las Vegas too as well. I think because he was the leading rusher last year.
Yeah.
Think he's up there. Those my three, my top 3.
CMC? He's getting paid this. He's gonna get it this year.
Yeah. I give him that.
Okay.
I give him that. So that's 4.
Yeah.
So that's 4. But yeah, I think I just truly believe that, he's deserving of it. Because his numbers, for everything you said that a running back needs to bring to a team, he's bringing it. But also, like I said, I think he's just unfortunate he's on that team because they gotta pay Justin. Because with, like I said, Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Justin, the number's going to be, astronomical of what they're going to make in these next contracts. Because they all do, I think, next year.
Yeah.
Every last one of them due to get paid. So that's why in Cincinnati, they let what's the name go because they got to pay not Herbert, but Burrow, and then they got to turn around and pay what's his name, Chase, yeah. Jamar Chase. They got to pay him.
They sacrifice their defense for their offense.
Yeah,
that's pretty much
what they're doing. Yeah, they feel like they got enough offense. They revamped the offensive line, Jamar Chase, and and then you got Burrow. So I think they're just gonna bank on that and let that ride out. And then like I say, hey, if we score enough, our defense can get a little bit of stops, then we should be fine to be able to win with that recipe. So so that's why I said we'll have to wait and see what goes over that. But I just thought, talk about that with the running back market. And I got one more, then we're gonna get out of here, man. My last one I got for you. Let's see. I was gonna talk about Ben Simmons, but I'm gonna leave him alone because I saw he's out for the year again. Yeah. He's out for the year again, but I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm not going to get on to him. Let's talk about. Let's go back to the NBA. Okay. That's my last one. We're gonna get out of here.
All right.
I call him Billy Ho. The reason why I call him Billy Ho, because he plays like Billy Ho off A White Man Can't Jump, one of my favorite sport movies of all time. And I'm talking about Austin Reeves from the LA Lakers. That's my Billy Ho of the league.
Yeah.
What do you think about Austin Reeves?
I think he got game.
Okay.
He's that energy that LA needs.
Yeah.
He can get you, anywhere 10 to 15 a night. Mm-hmm. He's in a starting rotation now.
Yeah. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
He's deserves to be there.
Yeah.
He's been cooking. Not gonna lie. That's why I call him Billy Ho, because you look at him, he ain't much to look at.
Yeah.
He out there moving his hair all the time. You know what I'm saying? Doing this whole surfer boy type thing. But then when he put that ball on the floor, and his shots gotten better, ball handling, and man, he will pounce on you too.
Yeah. I think he deserves to be in that starting lineup. Yeah. I mean, they got Lakers definitely improved their roster since the All-Star break. Yeah. And
no, I like everything I'm seeing with what they have. LeBron coming back. I know Troy Brown kind of came out and said that LeBron coming back kind of messed the offense up a little bit.
Of course it did, because LeBron needs his shots.
Exactly. So I think guys got to readjust to LeBron being on the floor versus, and then their minutes going to come down. So
I think you got to play through AD now.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, if you don't play through AD, I don't see them making a far run in the playoffs, and I don't see them winning a championship if you don't play through AD. You got to play through him, then LeBron, and then the other guys, they chip in, do their thing, they're going to be all right. And I think Austin is one of those guys that
he doesn't demand the ball, but he
exactly.
can still give you
he's impactful. And then defense, too. He plays good defense. Yeah. He reminds me of he's like a better Caruso. Because, like, Caruso played defense, but then on offense, and he really didn't give you much. I mean, he gave you spurts, but I feel like Austin, he's more effective in more moments of the game offensively than Caruso was. Yeah. So that's why I said that. I just want to pay some homage to his name, Billy Ho. That's what I'm going to call him for the rest of the season. Because, like I said, you look at him, ain't much to look at. You don't think he got game, but then once he put that ball on the floor, and he tough. And he be doing some smack talking too.
Oh yeah,
you saw him and Pat. Yeah, and Pat Beverly.
Pat Beverly.
Pat Beverly.
Love Pat Bev.
he little boy LeBron, and then also came back and little boy him. And that's another thing about the little boy. I feel like it's getting over the top, man. Because people are doing it, and it's not even
that, and then and not even dunking on nobody.
Yeah, a head taps when you actually on somebody. Yeah. I'm on top of your head.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'm dunking on top of your head, so that's a head tap.
Not a rotation over. And somebody just so happen to jump. But if you actually yam on somebody, like Giannis got yammed on the other night.
Yes, Giannis getting yammed on. Yeah. What's his name? Grayson Allen going to the basket and yamming on a player. That to me, that's a head tapper. Yeah. And then like with Westbrook, when you rock the cradle, because I'm actually down there, I'm beating, banging you up and then finishing on you and one. But that little boy stuff, it's just like turn around little floaters. Like he literally just turned around, threw the ball up, and little boy him. Yeah. So I think they're getting over top with that. But no, I love what I'm seeing from Austin, and I love to see young players that's playing with these mega stars like a LeBron and able to find their game, while being on that team. Because a lot of those players have to go to another team to be able to find their identity, and he's doing a great job in LA. Sure. So, but man, I think that's gonna wrap it up, man. Ty, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, man. And as always, to everybody, man, we thank y'all for watching. Continue to watch. Like I said, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. We got some topics I've been working on, man, to really bring y'all a lot more, energy with the podcast and a lot more episodes of the podcast. 'Cause I know everybody's been asking us where we been at. We took a little hiatus. I promise you, we're gonna do our very best and not try to draw it out too long. Cause I know y'all we enjoy doing the podcast.
Yes.
I love being with my guys doing the podcast. But once again, thank y'all for watching. As always, before you leave, make sure you like, subscribe, share the content, follow us on all of our other social media, which will be down in our details of our YouTube channel that you're watching, as well as Facebook, on our Facebook page. And comment down below. Let us know what you thought about the topics that we talked about today, and we'll be sure on the next episode to implement that as well. But until then, man, y'all have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.